What's up, guys? Let's go over tomorrow's workout, starting with the warm-up. You guys already know high knees, you know butt kicks, so we're going to start out dynamically with those, 20 seconds apiece. We'll follow those two up with lateral shuffles. 20 seconds of lateral shuffles is going to look like, get you a little space, and I'm moving athletically side to side, shuffling my feet, getting low. Just think athletic, 20 seconds there. Okay, so with these hip drops, I'm on my back and I have my both feet flat on the ground and my feet are probably about shoulder width apart. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna think about my low back staying glued into the ground, and I'm just gonna allow my knees to drop to the side, and I'm just gonna go back and forth. So this is almost kind of like a windshield wiper effect. But notice when I'm letting my knees drop to the side, I'm not cranking my low back off the ground. The whole purpose of hip drops is to think about my femur, this big long top bone in my leg. I want to think about that femur moving in the hip socket almost like a screwdriver. So I'm back and forth, keeping my hands on my belly just to keep some tension so that I'm not moving through my low back. And I'm going to let that fall to each side. And you can see I'm just rocking through my shoes. And I'm thinking about this bone in my pelvis that sits in my hip socket. I'm just thinking about internal and external rotation that's happening there. That's hip drops. I get into this 4-point position. I find neutral spine, which is going to be right here for me. I'm not too arched. I'm not too flat or flexed right here. I find right in the middle. Opposite arm, opposite leg are reaching out. Notice that my head and neck stay neutral into my spine, and I'm reaching out with opposite arm, opposite leg, thumbs up. Might not be able to see that within the screen on all these reps, but this is getting my glutes ready to go. I'm reaching out. This is getting my shoulders ready to go. It's not fast. I'm holding for about a 1, 2, right back down, alternating, 1, 2, getting my core ready. You're gonna accumulate 10 of those, 5 each side. Curtsy lunge. So I'm gonna get my glutes ready to go, further getting into my hips, getting athletic. So the way that we do the curtsy lunge, which we've done before, is I'm stepping back and across my body. This back knee almost touches the ground or barely doesn't touch the ground, touches the ground. I'm just not clanging it down. So I can do a little tap right back up. But if you see what I'm doing, I'm stepping back and across my body. So I'm feeling a pretty good stretch and some work in that glute. But the entire time that I'm doing it, I'm thinking about this kneecap always staying over this ankle. So here we go, right back up, cross my body, curtsy lunge, right back, torso's up, some flexion through my hip. I stand up, full hip extension. All right, so we've cycled through the warm-up 2 times. We're ready to go, we're warm. We're gonna get into our strength portion of the workout. We're gonna alternate in between 2 exercises, so we're supersetting, and we have a rear foot elevated split squat teamed up with some jump squats. So let's just start with no weight. I'm gonna elevate my back foot onto something. I have a low box. You can build up some bumper plates. You can find something that you can elevate your rear foot on. I have a step over there too. I could use that, but I'm gonna put my toes into this box. So I just wanna sink down and then drive back up. So you'll notice when this rear foot is elevated that I come down into this kind of a forward leaning position, but my ribs are always stacked over my pelvis. This is a very athletic position. I come up and this hip here, I'm just extending at the top. So we're coming down into this hip flexed position, straight lines, this knee's coming down towards the ground, and then I come up and straighten out this hip. My heel always stays into the ground. This knee is coming out over my toes, but it stays right over my mid toe. So I'm not allowing the knee, this knee is not dropping in, it's not going too far out, it's staying right over my mid toe. So I can add some weight to do my reps. Same rules apply. Down, up, down, up. So that's our split squat. But from so then right after I knock out the split squats, I'm immediately into 10 jump squats. All right, guys, so we go through the strength superset 3 times. After we finish both of those, in between each set, we're gonna rest a couple minutes. We hydrate, we talk, we encourage each other. After we go through the strength portion, we're gonna get into the stamina portion. It's a 20-minute, as many reps as possible. And we're gonna kick it off with some thrusters. We have 10 thrusters, a squat, and a press combined. I come down with my good squat form, torso is upright. We're gonna get 10 of these. Remember, when I press, bicep is into the ears, joints stacked on top of joints. Immediately after that, I'm gonna grab my heavy object and I'm gonna do a farmer's carry. I'm gonna pick a side for 30 seconds. I'm gonna carry my kettlebell, and I like to put my hand up like this behind my head so that I can see if I'm leaning too far in one direction. I can feel it. This is an anti-rotation drill for 30 seconds. I'm walking around with my heavy object. In my right farmer's carry for 30 seconds, I'm gonna get into 5 strict pull-ups. If I don't have a pull-up bar, I'm gonna do, and I have a TRX strap, I'm gonna do 15 TRX rows or barbell row. If I don't have either one of those, then I need to do something. So I'm gonna do 15 Superman pull-throughs, which belly down, prone position. I'm gonna reach out, Superman, I'm gonna pull through. There's one, right back down, back up, pulling through. Down, pull through, Superman pull throughs. 15 of those. Immediately after that, I pick up my heavy object, my kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you have. I'm gonna do a left-handed farmer's carry for 30 seconds. That's gonna be the 4 movements in this stamina portion. I rest just a little bit, I get right back into it. As many reps as possible, 20 minutes, that's the stamina stuff, and that's what you're gonna make happen. You're gonna have a good time, you're gonna keep form. Proper form is always the priority, even though you're gonna be moving fast. Hold each other accountable, maintain good form. Do not train your body to move inefficiently because that's gonna lead to injury, and we want you guys to be strong, unbreakable, ready for anything. All right, get some.